Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention for one moment, please. First of all, you're all very welcome here this evening to Griffith College. Just before the ceremony commences, and for your safety and comfort, I have a small announcement to make. There are 7 exits in the auditorium, 3 emergency exits to the rear of the auditorium, and 4 to the front of the auditorium in here. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please proceed directly and calmly to the exit that is nearest to you. Please do not use the lift when you are exiting the building. Once outside the building, you are asked to proceed to Assembly Point G at the corner of the green area over this way here. This assembly point is marked by green signage. In preparation for the ceremony, I would ask all guests to please turn off their mobile phones. Please be aware that this event is being live streamed and photographed. Now, if you can all please stand for the procession of the graduates. If you can all remain standing for the academic procession. Thank you.
Please be seated. Ian Erica, Agrina Uishla Foil to Rive, could Ian Sharman Shaw in a run for Dov Octany or Didikush or Rave Kemaha and Colostra. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this graduation ceremony at which 3rd level awards will be conferred on graduates of Griffith College. Our panel members include Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, Kevin Gagan, Director of Griffith College, Mairead Lawless, Manager of our Wolfe Tone Street campus, Edel Irvine, Manager of our Corporate Training Department, Angela Harvey, Programme Director, Deirdre Gorman, Programme Director, Geraldine McGing, Programme Director, along with the faculty lecturers involved in the delivery of our programmes. I'm Dr. Tomás McGuckagon, the college's Director of Academic Programmes, and I'm delighted to have the pleasure of being your MC for this graduation ceremony. Con túsa cá leis na himachtaí, ar manis ar an talamh Diarmuid Hegarty, uachtar an Coláistí Gréfa, Leabhartling ar ceann na Coláiste. I'd like to begin the proceedings by inviting Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to deliver a conferring address.
Distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, looking very serious here in front of me, ladies and gentlemen. From time immemorial, the day of the harvest has always been a day of celebration. And for you, today is that day. The day in which the seed tentatively sown by you comes to full flower. Today it's our pleasure and privilege to see you rejoice in its flower and savour its fruit. The growth period was not always easy. Like any plant buffeted by storms of daily life, there were times when hands other than your own would have nurtured its growth. The green fingers to which I refer are those of family, partners and friends who shared your trials and tribulations, prepared meals for you, put up with your inevitable but hopefully few cranky moods, and those who so readily accepted the stress you were so relieved to pass on. Now, in the time-honoured tradition of Griffith College, I'm going to ask the parents, partners, families and friends to stay seated while you, the graduands, stand up. Now, I want you to turn to your families, partners and friends, they are behind you, okay, and express thanks for the support you have received over the years by acclamation, applause, or however way you like. I should repeat, it is your day, despite any indication of the contrary I might have given. Now, I don't actually mean to take away from your achievement. Treasure this special moment. It will live vividly in your memory for many years to come. An academic award is not an entitlement of rank or class. It is won through many hours of mental toil and diligent application, and no one can take this from you. So wear your gowns with pride and hold your qualifications in the high esteem they deserve. In fact, I'm reminded at this point by a story recently told by a priest at a wedding. Having told the young couple that they came into the church as two people, but they would leave as one, he described the bride outside the church backing the unfortunate groom into a corner and telling him, "Now, John, I want you to remember from this day on till the rest of your life, I am the one." I think many in the audience will be well familiar with that. And today, you are the one. And if getting married, I do engage a Griffith qualified photographer. That's to protect against the mishap of a couple whose photographs were taken outside the church. Afterwards, as they admired the photographs of the happy bride and groom, the bride with her family, the groom with his family, and all their friends and relations, they noticed one common backdrop to all the photographs. After all, it was the sermon for Easter week. On a big notice board outside the church read, "Forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do." As president, you would wish me to acknowledge the contribution to your success of my colleagues, of members of the board, lecturers, administrators, librarians, and faculty members. I am very conscious at this moment I've been very remiss. I didn't ask you to sit down. Sitzen Sie bitte. Thank you, well done. Sorry about that. I'm delighted to welcome our distinguished guests, Mary Hyland, Chair of Baggot Street Hospital Board, and Derval O'Neill, Learning and Development Manager of IHF Skillnet. On a personal basis, I see one very young person in the audience, I would like to share some personal reflections relating to the future with you. And it is, to my mind, it is because that future lies in your hands and the hands of your children. Since the last graduation ceremony, our family have had the joy of 3 grandchildren, with 1 more due by the end of this year. As my wife says, it's like the buses. You wait for one and they all come together. 3 matters of concern for their future occurred, and I thought I would share them with you, as it is your generation that will deal with these problems. And the problems were of concern to me were world peace, global climate, and world health. All of us, obviously, are concerned with the impact of the conflict in Ukraine on world peace. We fervently wish for peace, not only for the Ukrainians, but also for the young Russian conscripts. But peace at what price and how? History has shown us it cannot be one-sided. In all conflicts, the point is reached where conciliation is conceivable to both sides. We've seen this in Northern Ireland. This time may not be now, but it will come. And at that point, the value of a peacemaking approach, which brings both sides to conciliation, using an element of fudge, is critical. And it seems to me that the role of fudge is well described by these words. And what I mean basically is, in fact, the writing of agreements, okay, that tend, in fact, to fudge the differences and tend, in fact, to give both sides an element or a sense that, in fact, they are getting what they want. When we are lawyer-like and young, there are just colours too. Then black describes what must be done, and red what not to do. So long take we to pigments mix. See brown, but just a smudge. Intractables we fail to fix, know not the art of fudge. When men would die, were black deeds done, and red with blood would rivers run, could only the insane begrudge that blessed saving art of fudge. And the vast majority of us here will say, look, the issues currently are black and white. Yet, valuing human life and hoping there are some decent people who can influence the outcome, we might consider the lesson learned by an old man one morning following a big storm, where he found his beach littered with tens of thousands of starfish. He noticed a small boy throwing starfish into the ocean. Asking him why, the boy replied, "The tide has washed them up. They can't return themselves and will perish in the sun unless I throw them back." The old man replies, "There must be tens of thousands of starfish on the beach. Can you really make a difference?" The boy, picking up another starfish and throwing it far into the ocean, turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." So let us pray for this difference to human life in Ukraine as soon as possible. One might consider for them the precedent of mainland Europe, locked in 1944 in a bitterly destructive war, driven by a despot. These European countries, 7 years later, signed the European Coal and Steel Community Treaty, representing the first step towards European integration. Let us hope that peace will bring hope and trade, where Ukraine could benefit from being a bridge between European and Russian economies. This year, we have witnessed a loss of life due to forest fires and flash floods. We are warned that these are the first effects of planet overheating. Indeed, most recently we've been told that the world's glaciers will have fully melted by 2050. Clearly, we need to recognize the impact of our lifestyle on the planet gifted to us. We are just birds of passage and must pass this gift to future generations as we find it. Of this, we need to constantly remind ourselves of this need, to remind ourselves that we are birds of passage and we must pass it to future generations. I suggest these words are appropriate to remind us of that. Remind us, Lord, as we sit down to eat, of fishes, loaves, and water turned to wine. These miracles that you each day repeat as sun and earth give life to your design. How we take for granted precious air and miracles like photosynthesis. Our carbon footprint stains the heavens stare while we have yet to learn to leave as is. Remind us, Lord, how short the span of life. Our pleasures, like ourselves, are born to die, and they will not beget our children's strife if we just cherish water, earth, and sky. World health is still an issue of concern. One thing this global pandemic has taught us is resilience in the face of severe adversity. It demonstrates to us that we had no other choice than to embrace radical change, and that by facing the challenges head on and adapting to our ever-changing circumstances, we could prevail. The pandemic forced us to embrace the dawning of the era of agility. We are not yet rid of COVID and must maintain the vigilance and agility learned through the pandemic to face any future threats. We welcome today's graduates from the college's corporate training department, and they are being awarded certificates and diplomas across a range of programs, validated by the Institute of Commercial Management, BTEC, the Business Technology and Education Council, QQI, and accredited by the Irish Hotels Federation. These courses will be introduced to you by Deirdre Gorman, Angela Harvey, and Geraldine McGinn. The Institute of Commercial Management is a globally recognized and respected foundation dedicated to supporting business, personal, and professional development in more than 120 countries. BTEC, the Business Technology Education Council, validates specialist work-related qualifications, combining practical learning with subject and theory content. Some graduates have progressed from these courses to the Griffith Business Degree programs. Employers tell us they want graduates who can solve problems, lead culturally diverse teams, innovate, and build international relationships. I would urge any of you who expect to function successfully in the commercial world in the 21st century to visit China and indeed learn Chinese. And to our Chinese graduates, may I say, 今天我们非常高兴听到了我们中国学生的家长和亲友。今天我向你们的父母说，你们在爱尔兰学习非常努力，因为有你们，中国的未来而更加美丽。To explain, most of our Chinese students are from one-child families, separated from their parents for the entire period of study. And I've just welcomed their partners or friends and saying they should be proud of their sons and daughters' achievement and how they create a very good future for China. Estudantes brasileiros e portugueses, parabéns. E que seus familiares e amigos sejam bem-vindos. Pelagia Melisha, Tanya del Salamat Datang, Kepada Ibo Bapa dan Rakan Anda. Miklein Eranak, Forgerov Cardog Guild. Now that you're part of the Griffith alumni, don't hesitate to set your sights on the pinnacle of your profession. Your standards are set by your fellow alumni who over the last few years took 34 prizes, and so far this year have again taken 19 across all accounting bodies. And these include a first in the world for ACCA and 3 firsts in Ireland in the Irish ACCA placings from among 542,000 students in 181 countries worldwide. And that's together with 14 first places in the CPA examinations in 2021. We all have a natural tendency to leave the difficult to last, forgetting that the more readily we negotiate the thorns, the closer we smell the roses. The Maori proverb puts it quite well. Turn your face to the sun, and the shadows fall behind you. Remember, the sun will rise and set regardless. What you do with the light is up to you. Some of you may even feel that this is beyond your control. I propose to you Abraham Lincoln's opposite viewpoint. The best way to predict your future is to create it. And the sooner you embrace that journey, the better, because on that journey time flies, but you are the pilot. Have no doubt, great challenges await you, particularly to do things you've never done before. Just remember, the expert in anything was once a beginner. You're going to fall. Don't worry how many times. Just make sure it's one less than the number of times you get back up. Remember, you're always a student, not like the student responding after the first day of school to his mother's question, "What did you learn today?" He said, "Obviously not enough. They want me back again tomorrow." And just as we seek to rely on you for our future, so we must pledge in return a future for Griffith College in which you will be proud to call yourselves a Griffith graduate. Key to the value of your award will be university status for Griffith College. The college programmes are already accredited by Quality and Qualifications Ireland and internationally benchmarked through our National Qualifications Framework. QQI has devolved to Griffith College responsibility for the operation of programme validation. The next stage is delegation of authority to make awards. And we hope in time to follow the technical universities into university status. Nothing is achieved without stress and strain. When you get to my age, you greatly value the diminishing capacity of memory. I recall the memory difficulties of a colleague who sat in a restaurant with his wife, trying to recall the name of the restaurant where they had eaten the previous week. He called the waitress over and asked her, "Tell me the name of a flower." And she said, "Rose." To which he said, "No." She said, "Tulip." To which he said, "No." And then she said, "Lily." And he said, "Ah, yes, that's it." And he turned to his wife and said, "Lily, what was the name of the restaurant in which we ate last week?" From this, I hope you'll all understand the stress and strains undergone by students and lecturers at exam time. Well, you've all well passed through that stage. And to all the graduates, may I express the hope that over your period with us, Griffith College will have found a place in your hearts as you have in ours. I want you to know that you're always welcome on campus, socially, educationally, or just to show off the new BMW. Reverting to the theme of the harvest, the words of author James Allen so well described the joint roles of college and student in your development. The law of the harvest is to reap more than you sow. Sow an act and you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap a destiny. May I conclude by congratulating you again on your success and by wishing that you may harness the knowledge and experience acquired in Griffith College to achieve what you richly deserve, a successful and fulfilling career. In the words of the Song of Wandering Aengus from W.B. Yeats, may you pluck till time and times are done, the silver apples of the moon and golden apples of the sun. Thank you.
Anish, while in Fáilte go ráibh go dtí an cuisead den ócáid in an run for a cáilíochtaí náisiúnta agus idirnáisiúnta a raibh céimeatha an coláiste. I now welcome you to the part of our proceedings at which national and international awards will be conferred on graduates of the college, and I declare open this awards ceremony. Iramar an Tullav, Diarmaid Hegarty, Uachtarán Coláiste Gréfa, cáilíochtaí náisiúnta agus idirnáisiúnta a bhrunna ar na raibh céimeatha tá dar Herbert ag an Coláiste. I call upon Professor Diarmaid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to confer awards on the graduates of this college presented by the college for that purpose.
I let the column march on. let me, if I can, explain the significance of this moment. Up till now, you will notice that I have referred to you as graduands, which is the Latin gerund, which is those in course of graduation. Of course, you've all done what is necessary to graduate. You've all passed your exams. You've all attended your courses. And you've all proven that you've met the necessary standard. But it's that point of conferring of the awards is the point at which you become graduates, and that is now. And the conferring of the award is done by a special form of wording, which I'm going to share with you. Har ceann colóiste I Griffith, as cóirle dearbhú colíochta agus colíochtaí Éireann. Brunam colíochtaí fealamóirí an colóiste, a bhain ceadán amach I lechna colíochtaí, agus irim go gurtú na fealamóirí, bhí maráid chun go féadalum a gcuid pár a chubert dóibh go formúil. Can I repeat this in English for the benefit of our non-English speaking graduates? On behalf of Griffith College and Quality and Qualifications Ireland, I can hereby confer the awards on the learners of the college who have achieved the standards determined for those awards. And I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchments. Congratulations.
Irmanisher Angela Harvey, Stuart Clore, Ira Harvey, Herbert. I call upon Angela Harvey, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the college's Corporate Training Department's Human Resource Management Programme.
Thank you, Tomas. This certificate in applied human resource management for the hotel sector is a collaboration between the Irish Hotels Federation SkillNet and Griffith College. The initiative for this programme was instigated by Dervla O'Neill, Learning and Development Manager at the Irish Hotels Federation SkillNet, whom I'm delighted to welcome here this evening. We are all aware of the difficulties that the hotel sector has faced, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Human Resource Management Certificate Programme has been designed to empower the participants, now graduates, to address the challenges in areas such as recruitment, selection, staff retention, and performance management. I cannot tell you how proud I am of them all, as they've worked tirelessly and diligently, encouraging each other as a group with their shared ideas and learning. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed their programme in the college's Corporate Development Centre and who are worthy of QQI awards, and I would ask you to present their parchments for the Certificate in Applied Human Resource Management for Irish Hotels and Guesthouses. Priscilla Cameron Arujo dos Santos. Sarah Brooks. Malini Deepchand. Deirdre Donoghue. Aoife Histon. Rebecca Kenny. Margaret Laura. Patrick Lennon. Bridget Tiernan. Francis Townsend. And David Vaughy.
Irabanish Deirdre Gorman, Stuart Clore, Irahori Herbert. I call upon Deirdre Gorman, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the College's Corporate Development Centre's certificate programmes.
Thank you, Tomas. Hello, everybody. On behalf of the Corporate Development Centre here at Griffith College, I would like to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. As one of your programme directors, I would like to say a few words to mark this special occasion. Graduates, you all had very different reasons for choosing to return to education. Some of you sought to improve your business management skills, others to improve accounting and project management skills, and others to get to grips with admin and technology. However, you all have one thing in common: a strong desire to learn, improve your career prospects, and make a difference to both your own personal lives and the community around you. As a member of the teaching team, I witnessed a strong sense of camaraderie and empathy, whereby you are part of a community of learners who looked out for and supported each other during the semester. Throughout your studies, I witnessed your determination to do well in all your modules. You achieved this with the support of your lecturers. I know some of them are with me here. Willie is behind me and Sean, but mainly through your own hard work, engagement in classes, and by simply not giving up. It has been both an exciting and sometimes challenging journey, but you have all stood the challenges presented to you, and today is testament to your strength of character and determination to succeed. This group of graduates has been a pleasure to work with, and all my colleagues speak very highly of you. I have no doubt that you will be successful in whichever path you choose to take next. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best of luck with your future careers, and remember that we are only a phone call away if you need our support or advice. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed their programmes in the Corporate Development Centre and who are worthy of their CGLI and Griffith Awards, and I would ask you to present their parchments to them. Okay, so we have the Certificate in Admin and Digital Skills, Engtul Gangtogto. Thank you. Yeah. Tracy Maguire. And now we have the Certificate in Business Management, Rena Arctic. Christopher Doyle. Roxana Maria Galantanu. Amy McQueenie. Laura Sargent. Hiya. And now we have the Certificate in Digital Technologies and Project Management for Business, and we have Catherine Ahern. Hiya. Sarah Appleton. Catherine Coonahan. Veronica Jacinka. Leanne Mulligan. Christina O'Reilly. Sarah Reynolds. Irina Rezik. Okay. Sandra Ruzlik. Suzanne Trainer. And now we have the Certificate in Introductory Accounting and Technology, Caroline Flynn. Niamh Taylor. And now we have the Certificate in Web Interaction and UX Design, Justin Malloy. Anne-Marie Nolan. Christopher O'Dwyer. Louise Tobin. Colleen Traynor. Claire Trodden. Cassandra Vellapardo. And now we have the Certificate in Administration and Office Skills, Violetta Jeremesian.
Anish Iramer Geraldine McGing, Stuart Horclore, Irahuri Herbert. I call upon Geraldine McGing, Programme Director, to present candidates in respect of the College's Corporate Development Centre's International and Commercial Management Programmes.
Thanks, Tomas. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your ceremony, your graduation ceremony. It's an absolute honour for all of us here to be here with you, and well done to everyone for completing your programmes. I'm delighted for you. So management, as we often look at it, is at every level in an organisation has always been a challenge. Following on what Diarmuid spoke about earlier in his speech, the challenge and the ability to change is definitely one that successful managers do effectively. Education gives us an opportunity to consider that our own opinion is not always right. By listening to another point of view, we have the prospect of making better decisions. Management consultant and business philosopher Peter Drucker, he suggested that the function which distinguishes the manager above all others is the educational one. The one contribution the manager is uniquely expected to make is to give others vision and the ability to perform. It is vision and moral responsibility that in the last analysis defines the manager. Company policies and procedures have had to be actionable and transparent in an attempt to protect everyone. But they also have to be able to change. It might appear to us that at the moment it is one crisis after another. But all crisis throws up opportunities. It's the person who's able to grasp the idea and make them into action plans that really succeeds. So never give up hope and never give up the chance to change and make a difference. To quote Oscar Wilde, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. And tonight, some of us are looking at the big moon that's out there. So, there's always something to be wishful upon. And as an example of this, one of the people taking part in a research project I'm doing is a lady called Karina Coyne of Joyce Country Wool. Up until now, herself and her husband, Marcus, were getting no money, or maybe 5 cents, for each of their sheep's wool. So basically it was waste. Karina is now taking the wool from her own sheep and other livestock in the local area, hand dyeing it with natural colouring from her area, lynches, berries, plants, onions, and she then hand weaves it, and she finishes the wool with by knitting sweaters, socks, caps, whatever things that she needs. And what she did was she identified an opportunity from the sustainable circular economy and is making small changes to one of the most environmentally challenging industries in the world, one step at a time. So fashion is responsible for all of us here. Please, I'm not a lecturer in sustainability, but just to be aware, it's responsible for 92 million tonnes of solid waste per year globally, representing 4% of the 2.12 billion tonnes of waste that we dump globally each year. That's more than toxic e-waste and supermarket waste. And what Karina and her family are doing is one step at a time trying to change that. And what we try to think about is it's the global leaders that are enabling this terrible destruction to take place. So it's my hope that your education will assist you to always explore new ways of doing things, one step at a time, to enable you to influence activities in your employment and in your lives. You've already illustrated that you recognise this by actively being part of these programmes, and a number of you have made the commitment to continue on with your studies by completing other programmes here in the college. And as a lifelong learner myself, I absolutely applaud you for that. I started playing the piano here in Griffith College a couple of years ago, and I'm now at grade 4, so I'm really delighted with myself. But this time next year, I will also hope to be standing where you are, to completing a programme. So, you know, every day is a school day. So congratulations to all of you on successfully completing your programme, and I wish you every success with your career. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed their programmes in the college's Corporate Development Centre and who are worthy of ICM awards, and I'd ask you to present their parchments to them. So the Diploma in Business Management, Gillian McGee. Owen Morrison. The Diploma in Capital Markets, Trading and Investments, Kevin Flynn. Huiman Melody Mook. Larry Morrissey. The Diploma in Credit Management and Debt Collection, Jean Dwyer. Margaret Lynch. Clarice Lidi Nubusi. Tanya O'Neill. Sorry, Tanya. Patina O'Connor. Suzanne Stritch. Paul Toohey. Diploma in Human Resource Management, Andrew Donovan. Maria Mercedes Zerdu. Diploma in Project Management, Jonathan Lucasso. Regina Labarina. And from the Griffith College City Centre campus, Diploma in Business Management, Una Murray. Roberta Gutasu. Lauren Johnson. And the Diploma in Management and Leadership, Mantas Ventius.
Corincho Creoch, the Brunnan and Octony. As we conclude our conferring of awards, I'd like to invite everyone to give a special round of applause to all our graduates here today. And as we're online, we might also congratulate our graduates who are graduating online today as well. Tá anás an éisic an goláiste dúisin of runna, or issue the Diary Globe bar fiaush went to mark in a good lane. The college now has the pleasure of announcing a number of prizes, which are awarded to graduates who have achieved excellence in their studies. And the following prizes are awarded in respect of the college's Corporate Development Centre programmes. The first prize is awarded in respect of the Certificate in Applied Human Resource Management, and I call upon Angela Harvey to present this prize. The prize is in respect of the Certificate in Applied Human Resource Management. The best academic achievement on the Certificate in Applied Human Resource Management for Irish hotels and guest houses is awarded to Bridget Tiernan. Yeah. We might call Bridget up again and just get that on capture, so we kept the photograph there. Not at all.
Quick, my apologies.
Hotel efficiency. And hotel welcome. The following prize is awarded in respect of the Certificate in Digital Technologies and Project Management, and I call upon Deirdre Gorman, Programme Director, to present this prize. The best academic achievement on the Certificate in Digital Technologies and Project Management for Business is awarded to Catherine Coonahan. The final prize is awarded in respect of the International Commercial Management Diploma in Credit Management and Debt Collection, and I call upon Geraldine McGing, Programme Director, to present this prize. The best academic achievement on the ICM Diploma in Credit Management and Debt Collection is awarded to Paul Toohey. Ian Erica, Aguina Uishla, Coram Creachlesh and Sharmana Shaw, Kuldavachtani of Runna, Erkemahan Kalashta, Beram Buikas Liv Galer. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony for the purpose of conferring awards on the graduates of the college. My best wishes and thanks to you all. While the graduates are here with us, I'd like to take this opportunity to briefly mention the Griffith College Alumni Network. With over 40,000 graduates living in Ireland, Europe, and in over 104 countries worldwide, the network is an excellent way to stay in touch with classmates, fellow graduates, and the college. The network is also proving to be a valuable resource for recent graduates seeking or changing employment. As the college moves towards its 50th anniversary, we're also delighted to see many of our graduates from earlier years using the network to recruit Griffith graduates to meet their own organisation's needs. Details about the network are on griffithalumninetwork.com and on the college's website. On behalf of the college, I would like to invite all of the guests of the graduates here today to enjoy a glass of wine or a cup of tea or coffee and some refreshments immediately afterwards in the college's restaurant. I would also ask the graduates to oblige us for a few more moments while we capture on film and in photographs just how lovely you look today. And once the photographs have been taken, you can rejoin your guests and celebrate your academic achievements together in style. For now, we wish you every joy and happiness in celebrating your success with your close friends and throughout the evening. And as a token, we've small boxes of chocolates for everybody as you leave and head your separate ways. Please stand for the academic procession.